What's going on with that PPP? You done a lot of talking, not a lot to see. Up in the millions like 2.3, but Jeff got it all, getting off scot-free. Try to talk tips like we talking about stock, but you're talking about men printed on cost stock. When you open your mouth, I take it with a grain of salt, cause the market's down and you're a clown, it's all your fault. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. Did you dip, Jeff? I think you dipped, Jeff. What you talking about? I don't think you dipped yet. Willie's doing shady shit like the GOBs, like his whole failed thing with them NFTs, taking money from the people to pay. Most of them are broke, but that's okay, he's getting money. Even better, tax-free, loving all the stimulus from PPP. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit.
These are like $10 downstairs.
Oh, that sounds like a deal.
Yeah, they're from Thailand.
From Vegas.
Yeah, crazy.
What's going on with that PPP? You done a lot of talking, not a lot to see. Up in the millions like 2.3, but Jeff got it all, getting off scot-free. Try to talk tips like we talking about stock, but you're talking about men printed on cost stock. When you open your mouth, I take it with a grain of salt, cause the market's down and you're a clown, it's all your fault. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. Did you dip, Jeff? I think you dipped, Jeff. What you talking about? I don't think you dipped yet. Willie's doing shady shit like the GOBs, like his whole failed thing with them NFTs, taking money from the people to pay. Most of them are broke, but that's okay, he's getting money. Even better, tax-free, loving all the stimulus from PPP. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit.
What is going on, everybody? Hopefully you guys are doing well out there. That is right. We are back again as a family together. The gang is freaking back here on a Thursday night. Sports Card Radio. We got a plethora of topics. I'm inspired by Club Shay Shay. I'm sure you've all seen it. The Cat Williams interview. He went off on everybody. And we're going to be going off on everybody on today's show as well. We're not going to hold anything back. These scrub, these broke losers, these man purse wearing dealers, all of them are going to get the shade of Sports Card Radio, except for Miss wonderful, beautiful, lovely Miss Sarah Rips. We always appreciate her and her contributions to the hobby. Everybody else can eat a fucking dick. We are joined by none other than super producer Tim in his house. He might have been bumped up a little bit more than 4.2% equity since I haven't been here in about a week or two. But we'll keep him maybe at the 4.2 bare minimum. We are joined by the boss, the CEO, the founder, the CTO, the CMO. I've been seeing all the emails, the marketing emails, the backlinks, all the spammy articles that you've been posting on Sports Card Radio for the money. Nothing wrong with that. At least we ain't wearing a man purse. Joined by Ryan, running those advertisements too. I've seen them on Twitter as well. Ryan, how we doing?
Oh, you've seen the ads? How do they look?
Look great. Look great.
Oh,
I've seen
fantastic! I'm about to crank those up.
I wasn't even on my own account. It was a different account.
What I'm going to do is write hit pieces about people. And then the crazy thing about Twitter, this is kind of a little nuance to start the show, but you can advertise and then you could say, for instance, you didn't like Jeff Wilson. You could write an article about him, advertise it on Twitter, and then target his followers to see it. I mean, it is like just the sniper's dream of a website. So I've been cranking up the ads over there. So, and we've been cranking up the ads over here on Sports Card Radio. Certainly, some of these articles we've been paid for, and I definitely didn't write any of those. But we got a lot to talk about in the sports card world. I feel like we're bearing the lead a little bit. Where are you at? Are you in Vegas? Are you in Guatemala? Are you in?
I'm in Las
Antigua?
Vegas, Nevada. It's my last night. About 5 days here. I've been at the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. I've never seen, this is with all due respect to everybody out there, I know there's going to be some hurt feelings and some people, hitting the down like button. Never seen so many Koreans, people of Asian descent here. It is unfreaking believable. And look, most of the electronic companies are based in Japan, China, Taiwan. Never seen so many people in my life looking at it. You go to the Samsung booth and they won't even move over. There's a stupid refrigerator standing there and these guys won't even move over for 2 seconds so you can make a video about it. But one of the biggest conferences I've ever been to. I've been walking like a stupid iPhone says I've been walking like 15 miles a day. I'm exhausted, but I am none other. I'm very excited to be here, and we are going Cat Williams style, and we are going to just expose the truth on these people. We've also been drinking a little Grey Goose, so that might help also. Sarah's looking very wholesome there. Just absolutely just looks like she's about to,
Right.
Show up for class at about 8 o'clock and, zero period, algebra 1. So
we do have an opportunity to dunk on a lot of people on the program today. We're going to be talking about Santiago Sports. I mean, did the guy just, flat out convict himself of a crime by posting on Instagram of receiving stolen property? So we'll get into that. We'll talk about Backyard Breaks. The former breaker there, Miss Sarah. She no longer is with Backyard Breaks, but Backyard Breaks has been in the news for a couple different reasons, and we will get into that. They lost a huge bet on Sunday, but then they hit a huge card just yesterday. But I did want to give you an opportunity, since you've probably been looking at refrigerators and cars. I bet at the CES show in Vegas, they didn't have the new Top Series 1 cards on display. Here's a few of them here. What do you think about the set that is coming out about a month from now? I feel like Michael Rubin should be paying us for this, but what are your thoughts on this?
Well, you can send the check over, sportscardshow@gmail.com. Any payment form accepted. I tell you what, first impression, I like the border. I like, I'm not crazy about the team name up in the right hand being kind of like, like beer sign, LED or whatever. Not crazy about that. I'm not crazy how it kind of like goes over the border at the top. I'm not a design major or anything like that. But overall, I like the border. It has like the gradient where it's like white on the bottom, black on top. That's certainly going to piss some people off from a condition perspective. I think these are going to look fantastic chrome. Okay, so like Topps chrome versions of these and like refractors. I think it's going to look great. Maybe they're going to be able to tweak the the laser beam or whatever that is. Maybe it'll look even cooler. I just think it looks. Me personally, and I can understand somebody looks at this and they're like, it looks like dog shit. I look at it. I like it. And there's not, do we have card backs or do we just see the fronts?
Only the fronts for now.
Only the front. Okay. I have no problem with it. I like the gradient. Black on top, white on bottom. Not crazy about the team logo at the top, but everything else I'm a fan of. I like it. I like what the direction they went here.
Yeah, I don't have too much of a problem with it. I'm going to be buying them, when they get down to 5 cents, one way or the other, whether they and Topps, look, Tops could put poop on a stick and people would buy it. So
Yeah.
we've got over 200 people watching us on a Thursday night, including graded card collector Robbie Mills. Philly Joe is in the house. Where's Wolfie? Bob Boozle, his wife. Let him watch the show this evening. So we appreciate you, Bob Boozle. We appreciate your lovely wife. Retail Ripper is in the house. 808 SS Camaro. I'd like to have one of those. Patches O'Hoolian, Phoenix Rising 2430. The meme god, this cardboard life is in the house. He's had some funny ones in the last few days. You're going to want to go over there to Instagram and check out that. AIH Sports is in the house. The Card Shark says, what up? We say what up to you. And so hopefully all you guys are doing well. Oh, the Hall of Famer. We got to always tip the cap to the Hall of Famer in the house. Dan the Cardman, I don't know if you saw our awards, but Dan the Cardman won Sports Card Man of the Year. So
wow.
The chat is fired up. Chat's fired up. A lot of things going on in the sports card world. I'm not going to let this end for less than $6,000. So
What?
In honor of Panini sending us, the best card we ever pulled was from a loaded box of Panini. I don't know.
True.
Have we ever, in this year of doing these live streams, have we ever mentioned that the best card we ever pulled out of a box was from a box that Panini sent us? So in honor of that, the Gold Prism, we actually pulled a Gold Prism 2012 of Kyrie Irving when he was a hot thing. 2 of 10. So it was to his jersey number. So that card was
look
directly from Panini.
I thought we pulled Robert Griffin when Robert Griffin was the shit. We pulled we had 2 years in a row where we got gold label. Is that the product? Or gold label, I think is the product. Gold standard. 2 years in a row we got the gold card, which is one per case. We didn't hit every single time, but we hit often enough to where even I was like, I think they're hooking us up with a load of cases. Now we were giving away the cards for free, whatever. Maybe not the Kyrie, but everything else made its way to fans of the show. I think I was in Vegas when we sold actually I think the part of the Kyrie money went to my wife's engagement ring. So has you know,
shout out Panini.
Shout out to Panini. I mean, I had the money to buy the engagement ring, but I was basically broke after I bought it. And then the Kyrie money came in. So it kind of like softened the blow a little bit. Because I don't even think I had a credit card at that time. I just was paying everything with cash. Yeah.
Cash
it was
money.
Like an $8K. I think I spent $8K on fucking engagement ring. Not advisable to those of you out there, but I had $8K cash and I spent it all. So $6K on a Wembanyama that's sitting at 50.
It's going to sell for more than that.
200. I mean, yeah, you got to imagine it will. How's he been playing? I haven't been following the NBA. Has he been playing pretty good?
About as you could expect. The 15 points, 10 rebounds. I mean, I don't even need to look at the stats because he's going to have some games where he's in foul trouble or where he's missing his shots, and other games where he looks like the generational talent. I think on the defensive end is where you see some of the eye-popping moments, the steals, the deflections, the blocks, some of the recoveries. He's able to get the stuff on the defensive end that just nobody's able to do. So I think I think long-term he's going to be, amazing. On the other end of the spectrum here, a Jordan Poole. So one of these sold for $4,000.
Hate on this guy. 4,000? Whoa.
Yeah. Horizontal.
PSA 8?
Maybe not an 8. Better patch. Okay. Way better patch.
Okay.
And obviously this is a long time ago.
Oh.
Derek Jeter, this is number 5.
That's cheap. That is very cheap.
So we'll be a player on that. Cheap. And then there's a plethora of vintage cards just because there wasn't like something amazing that I want. This is autographed by Eddie Matthews, so that shit's dope as hell. That was high bid on some of these. That Alex Rodriguez autograph is sick.
Is that signed
in person?
Hand?
I think in person. Yeah.
Okay. That's still cool.
I don't know what this is worth. The sticker is horrific. The autograph is running off, but it's
Yeah,
still
that's how a lot of
2012
them are
Bryce
that
Harper.
year. Yeah,
It's
underappreciated
2012 Bryce
talent
Harper.
there. Yeah.
Cam Reddish has been playing pretty actually decent for the Lakers this year, so we'll be a player on that.
I didn't know he was even playing for the Lakers.
He's a really good defensive wing.
That'll keep you in the NBA for like 14 years, honestly.
And honestly, if you ask any of the guys from the 2019 draft class who's like the dopest guy, it's Cam Reddish. Like they all like love this guy. Like he's a bucket. He's not a bucket in the NBA, but he's actually one of the better wing defenders. Definitely on the Lakers, but probably not in the entire league, but he's in the upper crust of defensive wings.
All right.
Tiger Woods tournament used golf
Beautiful.
ball. We were discussing this. I don't like how there's not a Sharpie mark on this ball. I don't like how there's not a stuff. I don't know.
He might not Sharpie his balls. I don't know. I don't know what Tiger does to his balls. So
I think we don't know what Tiger does to his balls. But should we get into one of your this is one of your favorite guys in the whole hobby, right?
I mean, the man purse, it looks like he's got a new one, the chain with the kind of oversized whatever hanging down there. Not a big fan of the chain. I'm a fan of the chain. He should take whatever's hanging on the chain, take it off. It would look so much better just the chain. Like, why do you got to have that that like Christmas ornament hanging from it? It looks stupid. The man purse, not a fan of. Looks like maybe he's dropped a couple pounds.
Okay.
So if he's living that healthy lifestyle, I'm a fan. So whatever he's doing, I need to do. So, oh yeah, let's get into what Mr. Manpurse has been doing.
Well, these guys, these guys in the hobby are kind of funny, especially with Instagram now. Oh, by the way, what it says on his chain is Santiago Sports, by the way.
Okay, now I'm a terrible fan.
Now
I hate it. I hate it even worse. I mean, it looks like his grandma's name or like what God or Jesus or whatever. Okay, not gonna hate. You literally have a chain of your own name on there. Stupid as hell. Take that Christmas ornament off. Your Christmas ornaments go on Christmas trees, not your freaking neck. Just the Cuban link chain. That's style, boss. Maybe up in New Jersey where you live with the slumlords and all the nasty hoes. Like, what's her name? Like, take that shit off. It's not popular.
You Cat Williams style today, baby.
Forget the man purse. We're looking past the man purse. Dumb fuck has a man purse on. Guy has a man purse on, and he's got a chain with a Christmas ornament on it. I don't know where he's getting his style advice, but clearly it's not from anybody that has any style.
Well, I don't know where he's getting his legal advice because on Instagram, he flexed that somebody walked into his shop and sold him a whole bunch of 2017, 2018 immaculate cards that were signed by keep in mind, guys, there were only 10 of these cards made. Here are 9 of them. Here they are on the checklist, triple autograph checklist from 2017, 2018 immaculate. These cards were redemptions that were meant to be in the product. They never made it into the product. They were authentically signed by Magic Johnson and Lonzo Ball. You can see their names were crossed out. This Kyle Kuzma autograph, as well as on these Lonzo Ball, he got the complete runs of the dual signatures of Lonzo and Kyle Kuzma. The Kyle Kuzma autograph is fake. Fake. Type in, go to eBay, type in Kyle Kuzma autograph on eBay, and they're all going to look somewhat similar to this, no matter what year on the Wizards, on the Lakers, in 2017, and 2018, and 2019, and 2023. They're all kind of like that. He doesn't sign it. KK never has, probably never will. So what likely happened here is these cards were in the process of being signed, the triple autos. Magic signed them. Lonzo signed them. That's why their names are actually crossed off. Kuzma maybe his Instagram model, maybe his agent, maybe his mail carrier, maybe his dog, maybe Dak Prescott, maybe who knows, got a hold of these cards. Somebody put a fake signature on them and then walk them into the Santiago Sports shop and sold them to him. He bought all these. They're 25. I think they're 25 of these, and he has all 25. These were meant to be in the product. These are on the checklist. You can actually see, I had the redemptions up, but if you type in like 2017 Immaculate Kuzma ball. Oh, they're the redemptions. Oh, 2017-18 dual auto Kyle Kuzma Lonzo Ball rookie redemption number 25, unused redemption. Those are these cards right there. So they all walked into the Santiago Sports Card shop. He purchased them. In my opinion, this is stolen property. Again, he can consult his own lawyer. Now, this has happened a lot of times in the hobby back in the day. And what people would do is they would get these cards. They wouldn't go flex them on Instagram. They would send them to Probstein. They would send them to PWCC. They would send them to Beckett and put them in a holder. They would send them to SGC and put them in a holder and then sell them under an anonymous account, usually through a consignor. This dweeb went to fucking Instagram and decided to basically, I don't know what this is. This is stolen property. These were meant for the product. Here they are all on the checklist. They were redemptions. So I could probably, if I dug a little deeper, actually find the redemption and prove that it was a redemption. They never made it. We'd have to talk to Rick and get him to say that these Kyle Kuzma autographs are fake. We got to talk to Rick. So I just want to preface that I haven't spoken to Rick, but my opinion is these Kyle Kuzma autographs are fake. What do you think of Mr. Manpurse going on Instagram and saying, hey, I have a bunch of stolen property. Look at me. What should I do with these cards?
Well, I mean, we clearly already know the guy's a freaking idiot. He's got Christmas ornaments around his neck. It is Christmas time. He's got the man purse. Some people saying he's carrying a little something in there. Guys, that's a terrible idea. Absolute terrible idea to carry in there. By the time he unzips that thing, draws and gets it on target, somebody that is skilled with their hands, somebody that has pepper spray, somebody that has their own knife, somebody that has their own firearm, he's gone. By the time that's one of the worst places. You might as well not even carry one if you're carrying it in a man purse. So let's just get that out of the way. Guy makes stupid life decisions. Guy makes stupid fashion decisions. The beard, I'm not a huge fan of either. The little square around.
You just cutting him up.
I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy with this guy. Not happy with this guy. And his voice, he's got like a little Michael Jackson voice too. You think like go like this, we look like this, but he sounds like a little pipsqueak. And he wouldn't even challenge challenged him a little boxing match, and he wouldn't even take him up on it. And Seablez is, Seablez has been working out, looking pretty darn good these days. But at the time, like this dude should have been able to handle his shit. And then in the basketball game, he couldn't even take like a little elbow without crying like a little baby. So on to the cards. This is stolen property. You should know it when you see it. You know, if you're a card expert and you're one of these guys out there trying to flex that all about all about these cards, you should know this stuff. And you should know this is probably not something you should buy. This is probably not something you should be flexing on. And what are you going to do? Start selling this stuff? Like, this is how you know you're stupid in this hobby. People will bring you these cards and you buy them. Like, that's how you know how stupid you are in the hobby. People bring you stuff that they can't sell anywhere else. It's not the first time this guy's tried to off this collection of cards. He's probably trying to get rid of these cards and get off them for a long time. I mean, now's like the worst time because Lonzo Ball, I don't even think he's in the NBA anymore. At least he's hurt. Kyle Kuzma, since he got traded from the Lakers, I've never even heard him. Never even seen him since then. Magic Johnson's autograph is so watered down and diluted, it's more than this bottle of Goose that's been sitting in ice. And so this dude's been trying to get off these cards for a while now. And so who does he probably took it to Probstein. Maybe Probstein rejected, took it to PWCC when they were ran by a bunch of crooked crooks and criminals. They might have turned it down. Well, then they finally found the biggest sucker and the biggest idiot in the hobby, Mr. Man Purse and Christmas ornament around the Cuban and the man purse. It's like a baggy man purse too. Like at least have it tight on the body. It's like a fanny pack, but it's like I'm not a fan. And now he's flexing it on Instagram. Like you were so stupid. You were the last in line to actually get these cards. And now you flexing that you bought them. Like somebody else is going to buy these cards? Like who wants these cards? First of all, Lonzo Ball and Kyle Kuzma are nothing burgers in the NBA anymore. Magic Johnson, huge fan, love Magic. But fuck, I could have Magic sign 99 different other items. I don't need him with 2 scrubs. At this point, Kyle Kuzma and Lonzo Ball are scrubs. I don't need Magic Johnson's compared to Magic. Yeah, I mean, compared to a trash can, these guys are scrubs. So, I don't know why you buy him. I don't know what he paid. I don't know if he flexed on what he paid for him, but apparently he lights lighting money on fire because he buys stupid chains with stupid little. I mean, he has his own name on his own chain. Come on. Then he's got this man purse. Who knows what he has in it? Maybe it's fucking diabetes medicine. I don't know. But I don't know. I'm not a fan. Clearly, these cards were like, these cards had to have been tried to be sold before, but they finally made their way to the biggest sucker. I'm surprised Jeff Wilson didn't buy these. That's the only surprising thing about all of this is Jeff Wilson didn't buy these cards. Like I'm shocked Jeff Wilson didn't pay like triple book for these cards, thinking they were like so rare or whatever. That's the only thing that's shocking to me, honestly.
I even think Jeff has more brain cells than to put stolen property on. I mean, anybody who's been around in the hobby and have seen these boxes and where it says sign here and shoot, I have pictures of them when I went to the rookie premiere and yeah, they have all these cards are in boxes. They're kind of laid out and trying to get the athlete to sign exactly where they want them to sign. And I bet he didn't make these Instagram reels thinking that the Kuzma autograph was fake. I just don't
so
like
stupid. He doesn't even know it's fake. He doesn't know it's fake. He doesn't know they didn't get in the product like that. I mean, these card influencers are so green. What you say?
I said, how did he even comp that? Like, if you had all those cards come in, wouldn't you try and look it up and figure out what's
card
going on?
influencers are so green. I wish I had a bunch of donkey trash that I could sell them because that's how stupid they are. They pay for it and they buy it. Like it's like I wish I had some trash to sell these guys. Like these guys are so green and so stupid.
Yeah, to me, it's just clearly stolen property. It'd be one thing if they weren't on the checklist, if they weren't on the official Panini checklist, and if there weren't active redemptions. My guess is I'm going to get an email in the next couple weeks where somebody's going to have one of these redemptions and be like, "Hey, I was waiting on that card." Well, here it is over here. And they're not going to recreate these cards because you're not going to go to Lonzo and you're not going to go to Kuzma and have them sign cards with them in a different jersey. You're just not going to do it. And Panini has shown through the years that they don't take care of their customers. They don't honor redemptions. They're not going to honor these redemptions, clearly. And these cards can slip out the front door, the back door, or an employee's desk, or however way these cards have gotten out. And like you said, they probably have been tried to get sold many a times, probably unsigned. They'd be worth way more if you didn't scribble the KK on there. Way more. Way more is, an operative word because, like you said, Kuzma and Ball are pretty much nothing burgers. But when this set came out, these were some hot cards when this set came out.
Yeah.
In 2017. So
I mean, I could see a Laker fan, when it came out and Kuzma was on the Lakers, Lonzo was on the Lakers, and you have Magic on there. You're paying $300 for a card like this, maybe more. Now, if you're a Laker fan, Yeah, Kuzma did win a title with us, so we do appreciate that. But other than that, these are two scrubs with Magic Johnson. So
I don't know why he just didn't send these cards to BGS. They would have slapped them in a holder. They wouldn't even looked
they
at
would
the
have.
autographs,
Yeah,
and then send them over to Probstein or one of the consigners and
or Heritage.
just shut up. Yeah,
Yeah.
just
I mean,
don't
I
say
was on
anything.
Heritage this week. I was looking at Brett Favre stuff, just randomly or whatever. And a Brett Favre, like they had sheets of those PMG. So what people are doing is they're buying these uncut sheets of PMG. This is pretty well known in the hobby. You buy these uncut sheets of PMGs that don't have the serial number, and then you slice it up, and then you send that card to BGS, get it graded. The BGS will grade it, no serial number, and fucking the Brett Favre, like in 8 condition, sold for like $15,000, almost as much as a real one. And like the uncut sheet sells for like 10. So people buy these uncut sheets for like 10, cut them up, go get BGS to slab them, and it might Heritage is like, it might be a quote promotional card. No, it wasn't. You sold that uncut sheet on your own site, and the guy cut it up, sent it to BGS, and then resold it on your site. Bull crap. Trash.
That's the hobby for you, though.
Mm-hmm.
That is the hobby for you. And especially pre-COVID. That was the way you had to make money, was actually scam and do schemy stuff like that.
Do this trashy shit.
So to me, this is clearly receiving stolen property, in possession of stolen property. I doubt Panini is going to do anything about it because they clearly don't care, even though these are active redemptions. These are active redemptions. Here, date sold 2019. So, I mean, these have been permeating the hobby for a while. Breaking news, you're not going to get those cards, so maybe they'll send you something else. But Mr. Santiago, I would talk to Rick and get those Kyle Kuzma autographs authenticated, because they look a little sketchy to me. I've never seen Mr. Kuzma sign in that sort of way. So, any other thoughts about our boy Santiago?
Bro, get a proper Cuban chain. Take the Christmas ornament off it. You don't need your own name on your own chain. Come on, dude. Come on. And then lose the man purse. And if you're carrying in there, bro, on your hip, you wear a hoodie, you got baggy enough clothes on your hip, bro, because by the time you unzip, it better be in a holster. If it's in there and not in a holster, you're gonna shoot your belly off one day. You're gonna pull it out of that holster. By the time you do that, I don't even need to pull mine. I got my pepper spray, and you're done. And then I take yours and hit you with it. So, no, stupid, idiot. I've always thought this guy was a fat piece of shit clown. So I'm sick of him, and let's move on.
Let me see. Hold on. I can still high bid on Cam Reddish. Everybody's just enamored with that purchase. Somebody give me a comp on this. Is this? It's less than 1,000, but is it 600? Please help me. 2012 Bowman Platinum. This is like first year Bryce Harper. 1/1 printing plate.
Nice. I mean, it's a Hall of Fame player. I think he's gonna be a Hall of Fame player. His stats certainly have lined up. He's going to play long enough to really rack some really heavy stats of this era.
Thinking
he's
6.
One of the best players. Did he win a World Series? I can't remember if the Phillies won a World Series that year or not. I can't remember.
They made it.
I know they made it. I can't remember if they won or not.
I only remember 2010, 2012, and 2014.
You only remember the ones you win. Everybody else can go after themselves. Aubrey Huff, speaking of 2010, 2012, Aubrey Huff is just a tremendous follow these days on Twitter if you're into toxic masculinity and just that
his 20,000. He tweeted today that he has 20,000 a month in alimony that he has to pay. So he's out here working. Our boy Aubrey Huff. We love Aubrey Huff. God, I love that guy.
He sent me a DM not too long ago. So we do have contact with Mr. Huff if we need it.
Yeah, we should bring him on the show or something.
Chat said Santiago has a tramp stamp of his last name.
Wouldn't surprise me. Homie just tattoos his name on himself, thinks that much of himself. And then when somebody pulls up, see, I don't like, I wouldn't have criticism for the homie. Has his name, maybe has a tattoo of himself, man purse. If somebody pulls up to him and he steps up, but the thing is, somebody pulled up to him and he backed off and he tried to play the charity route. Lost all respect to him at that point.
And you're talking about the Seabless. The Seabless.
Yeah,
incident.
I'm talking about the Seabless. When somebody pulls up to you and you got your own name and chain and you got the bag and you trying to act hard, okay, you step up, you pull up, and you're hard too. All right, I ain't saying nothing bad about Santiago on this whole podcast or ever since then. I'd be like, hey, I got respect for this guy. Somebody pulls up to him, he actually steps up. Because if you ain't gonna stick up for yourself, imagine if we like if he has a wife or a girlfriend, we start talking shit on her. Like if he don't pull up for himself, is he gonna pull up for his girlfriend? You gonna pull up for his mom? You gonna pull up for his baby sister? No. If you don't pull up for yourself, you ain't pulling up for nobody else. So that's why I lost all respect for him. If somebody pulls up to you, you pull up right away. And if somebody pulls up to your wife, then you don't even hesitate. You just go. Someone pulls up to your kids, the guy's dead. So like
he needs to pull up. He needs to pull up to the guy who sold him these cards and be like, "Hey, this Kyle Kuzma autographs on here are looking a little sketchy." So,
how do you not know? How do you not know? How do you not know? How do you not figure this stuff out? It's easy. Come on. Come on.
I said I'm not letting this go. I'm not letting this end below 6.
Below 6?
A raw one did 7. Another one did 10. His regular gold prism is about to come out. What are those going to be?
Put the bid in.
8 million.
Put the bid in. Just put the bid in right now. Put in right now.
I'm trying to win other shit.
I'll pay for it. I'll put it on my card.
Speaking of big bets,
when it goes to 3, I'll blame you.
I'll have it.
The Kyrie's probably done good. Kyrie talked a bunch of crap on a religion and all this stuff. He went Kanye West on everybody. His shit's probably still worth double what we sold it for.
Well, yeah, we sold it for this is back in 2013 or whatever, and we sold it for we had a gold prism Kyrie Irving rookie card, 2 of 10. His jersey number is 2. It was number 2 of 10. We sold it for I don't know, 5,500 or something, or
5,500 or something like that.
And then we sold it raw. Then it got graded BGS 9.5. Then about a year later, it sold at auction for less than what we sold it for.
Yeah.
And then my guess is during the peak, it was probably worth close to 50,000. I don't know what it would be worth today, but it
crazy amount. More than 5.
Today,
probably
more than 5 today. More than 5.
Because those cards they just don't come up very often.
No, I've never even seen another one, let alone the 2 of 10 one.
Yeah.
In a long hot minute.
Yeah.
Speaking of bets,
we
got a couple things to talk about backyard breaks. Kind of the highs and lows of backyard breaks. I don't know if you saw on Sunday, but the Jacksonville Jaguars lost to the Tennessee Titans, and that propelled the D'Amico Ryans led Houston Texans to win the division. And this bet that was placed back on April 1st, no, not April Fool. I bet he wishes it was April Fool's. No April Fool's joke when you put down $55,000 in April for the Jaguars to win the AFC South division, and they didn't do it. So what do you think? And this is, none other than Backyard Breaks taking the big L. What do you think about Backyard Breaks taking the big L on the Jaguars?
I mean, hey, I think he bet this too early. You're tying up, what is it? 55,000. He bet 55K. And I'm not great at math, believe it or not. So he bought this ticket in April, and he goes, what is that, 10 months or so? Not even 10 months, but 8 months.
8 months.
8 months interest free on 55K in it, where you can earn 5% on 55K, which is actually a lot. It's not an insignificant amount of money. You're looking at whatever that is, $2,500 or a little more than that. Probably about $2,500 over 8 months. And so you're going to win 30 or 36, but you have to minus like your opportunity cost, just 5% interest putting it in the bank or putting in treasuries or whatever. So you're not even, or you're just barely doubling your money on a pretty risky bet. Football, obviously, Trevor Lawrence get hurt. I think the Jaguars, they were on really good trajectory. They were in first place most of the year. Towards the end of the year, I know in that Bengal game, they had a bunch of their players go down. Trevor Lawrence obviously went down. That's the one everybody knows. But like I think they had an offensive line dude go down. They had their top wide receiver go down. I think this bet was obviously looking good for a long period of time, but obviously with the way the NFL is, man, stuff can change so fast. And it was the year of the backup quarterback. I think like 50 or 60 backup quarterbacks got, and when there's only 30 teams, when 60 quarterbacks got an opportunity to play this year, holy crap. And Will Grier wasn't one of them. Guys, what a tragedy that is in the NFL. When it was the year of the backup quarterback, I think like 60 backup quarterbacks played this year. If you count all the starters, you probably
played a game.
Damn near 100 quarterbacks played in the NFL this year, and Will Grier wasn't one of them. I wonder what Jeff Wilson is thinking at this time, in this hour, in the night, when he said that Will Grier is about a 4 times better investment than Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray was not playing at the beginning of the year, but towards the end of the year, Kyler Murray started looking pretty damn good. That Call of Duty video game must not have been very good this year because he was looking better on the field like he wasn't playing Call of Duty all day like he was last year.
But it was a huge loss.
He manned up. He manned up. He placed the bet, posted it on social. It looked good for a long time. And I think you did a video where, hey, he was kind of like, butthurt that there were some haters. But, bro, if you hit this bet, you would have been flexing like you had a 9-incher. So stop. You lost. Take the L. Don't make futures bets. This is so stupid because you could have taken that 55. Forget 5% interest. Look, that's boring. That's what rich men do. You could have flipped that 55. How many times could you flip that 55? You're telling me you can't take 55 in April and turn it into 91 in December? Like, you ain't a businessman if you can't take 55 in April and 8 months later not have 91. Right?
Well, let's be real. It's not just the 55. How much do you think these guys have lost on gambling? I mean, I bet they've lost almost all. Anything they've made at Backyard has gone to the casino.
It's a leak. Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, it's a leak. So
this might have got him back to even. The 91K.
Like this, yeah, when you're doing stuff like this, it's what we don't see. Like you dusting it off. Roulette, craps, blackjack. I mean, I've dusted off, I think I came here with 300. I dusted it off, so it's all good. But I mean, that's only $300. So no, like he put it up and it didn't work out, but he definitely has a leak, and he's a mark when he walks into the casino, and that's it. And the Jags ain't gonna go nowhere. The Jags ain't gonna win nothing. And you just gonna have to eat it. They're not even the best team in Florida.
Yeah, they're gonna be replacing Trevor Lawrence in a year or two. But
I like Trevor Lawrence. I do like Trevor Lawrence. I will say I like Trevor Lawrence. I love Trevor Lawrence, but I do like him. Good college player. Saw him a lot in college, but
they're all good in college.
Is he
what's our boy Willie G stats in college?
Well, that's the last time he played. So,
there you go. But you can lose a bet on Sunday, and then on Wednesday, your boys at Panini will ship you the bag. Now, it is kind of ironic that he lost the bet because of the Texans and in part because of CJ Stroud. And then on Wednesday, Backyard Breaks pulls probably the biggest card in 2023 Prism football, which just came out on January 3rd. So about 8 days ago, they pulled this card, and of course there was reaction around the hobby. It sent me back to thinking about a year or two ago when we talked about kind of the rig products in association with Backyard Breaks. You remember that the odds to pull the triple logo man, a gold vinyl of Trevor Lawrence, and a 1/1 Cade Cunningham Black Prism was a 1 in 550,000. The odds to get struck by lightning is 1 in 15,000.
I forgot. That's it.
Now, you remember the argument at the time. They were pulling all these big cards out of Flawless and all this stupid shit. The biggest argument is they have to be the largest ripper of hobby product. Doesn't it make sense they're going to get these type of hits based on volume alone? Backyard Break says, yes, it does. This is 2 years ago. This wasn't yesterday. This is going back to the triple logo man. My new argument is that's not true anymore.
No.
And I saw these a couple stupid breakers out there be like, well, they break all the time. They break it on 4 channels. No, they don't. No, they don't. Go to Whatnot. Here's one of their channels from like 2 hours ago. He's breaking 50 flamethrowers, 25 cryptos, 25 sparks. Does that sound like Prism? Let me show you how they break Prism. You have to buy 14 kryptonite boxes. You have to buy 3 nebula boxes. And then they throw in 3 Prism boxes right there in the middle. I don't know if you guys can see them. 3 boxes.
That's nothing.
So even if they break 3 boxes per stream and they have 5 streams, we're literally talking about a couple cases. I will bet anybody this Victor Wembanyama card, there are a dozen breakers who have broke more 2023 Prism than Backyard Breaks. A dozen. There's are probably,
we don't even know their names that break more.
There's just random Joes who aren't breakers, who just have a lot of money.
Yeah.
And who are just into this shit, who have broken more cases and more boxes than Backyard Breaks. Go to their Whatnot streams, actually go into their room and watch them and see how they're selling Prism. It's not case after case after case after case. And they must be able to hit a 1/1. It's not true anymore. These arguments that were used in the past by even breakers are not true anymore. Period. End of story. The Firehand cards, the real sports breaks or whatever, they would all come to the defense of Backyard Breaks. Well, they just break so much product. That's not true anymore. They break a bunch of repacks and then they sprinkle a couple boxes in. So for them to hit the biggest card in the product, and there's no CJ Stroud autographs because he's exclusive to Fanatics. So this is likely maybe one of his biggest cards. This is one of his biggest cards. So for it to come out of a Backyard Breaks product a few days after the kid takes a huge loss and got roasted on social media for it, rightfully so. Don't post your fucking bets on Twitter. I mean, it's the dumbest thing you've ever done.
Take an L like a man.
Take an L like a man, but 4 days later, you hit the biggest card in the product again. So what are your thoughts about this?
These guys don't break crap no more. They pivoted their business model. They told you guys that so much. But there's somebody at Panini hooking these guys up. You know, there's somebody at Panini. I don't know what's involved hooking these guys up. My guess it's females, but you know, maybe that's a little too aggressive for, you know, the audience that tunes in. But my guess is there's females involved, and that's why these guys get hooked up. So, but they pulled the CJ Stroud. They still making no money over there. They're breaking repack 24/7. That's going to dry up in another year or so. This time next year, we're going to be like Backyard Who. They're not even going to be a part of this hobby anymore. That's my thoughts. Is these guys are going to be like a nothing burger in the hobby. And that's it. You know? And especially once Panini gets to the curb, I can't remember when these exclusives expire, but we got to imagine pretty soon. Once a homie hookup from Panini expires, these guys got no card shop, right? They got no card shop. What do these guys do that nobody else can do? We can't get fucking 9 good-looking guys that work out and DJ on sports bets. I mean, these guys don't even Backyard Sarah anymore. I mean, for a while there, that was like maybe the only reason to watch. Backyard Sarah. They don't even got Backyard Sarah anymore. There's not an attractive person left at Backyard. Even the guy that What's the other guy that I think is dating her? I don't know if they're still dating, but they were. He's an attractive guy too.
Nikki.
You know what I mean? Like Nikki,
Nikki
my boy
Rips.
Nikki. My boy Nikki Rips and Sarah, the two most attractive people at Backyard. Let's be real. They both left. Now we're watching. What's the one guy with the guy that you had up? He looks like a guy that you would beat up on the playground after you beat him up for his lunch money. Like, look at that idiot. Like, come on. Like, I don't know who I want to punch more, him or Santiago. Probably both. You probably just get away with both. So no, I'm not a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of Sarah, but not a huge fan of what they've got going on over Backyard. And this time next year, we ain't gonna be talking about them no more. You can't say they're the biggest anymore. They ain't. They ain't the biggest no more. They're not. They don't do nothing. So
I just think the old arguments don't work anymore. I mean, they can be proven,
and they still don't.
I could maybe buy that they opened a lot of quote unquote flawless at the time, and that maybe something was mathematically possible. But I could prove that there are regular Joes out there going to card shops who rip more Prism than these cats do.
Yeah. The homies that get like a disability check every month, they get disability, they get Social Security, they get some other check just coming in. And they just roll up. This was like 20 years ago. We see the homies on the first of the month. They get their check from this, get their check from this, check from this, check from this. They come in and they buy an SPX. They're buying SB Authentic. They just buy and buy and buy and buy. There's homies just getting checks, and they open way more than this. Come on. These guys,
these arguments don't work. I don't want to hear anybody say, oh, they rip the most product. They're on 4 streams 24 hours a day. It's not true. It's literally not true. First of all, there was only 53 people watching this guy break whatever, this crap.
Week.
It's 17 boxes of repack, and then they sprinkle in a couple boxes per stream. And when you add that up, we're literally talking about a case or two a day. A day. There are people busting case after case of this stuff, either breakers or just regular random people. They're probably not even the top 20, 25 people who've broken Prism. And so for them to pull the biggest card, I think as a hobby, considering some of the other stuff they pulled, I think we should at least look at it. And when it comes 4 days after this guy took a huge $55,000 loss at the hands of CJ Stroud, I mean, the whole thing's a little ironic. Loses $55K to CJ Stroud technically, and then gets it all back on Wednesday. Now, this card presumably went to a customer, but maybe it didn't. They have a team of shill bidders. They rigged their breaks. Who's to say that this doesn't get funneled back to the owners of Backyard? I mean, this isn't a CSI episode. You're not going to get all the clues. You're not going to get into the back room and there's cameras and there's all this shit and we're going to find out. But when you start adding up the circumstantial evidence, and when some of the old reasoning for why they were getting these big hits, this reasoning doesn't work anymore. I challenge anybody in this hobby. Go count how many Prism boxes they actually open per day. It's not that many. Then go to Fanatics Live or go to another stream, and case after case might actually be opened. Certainly more than 3 boxes. It's just filler for them. And the fact that it didn't come out of a sealed case, it came out of just a random box. And you're sitting here talking to 2 guys who will look dead in the camera and say, I think I did get a loaded box from Panini at one point.
This was 10 years ago.
The best card we ever pulled came from a box Panini sent us.
Yep. I think we got loaded boxes from Panini. Period. Okay. I think and not us every single time, but I think the boxes they sent from promotional purchases
were
to
loaded.
Us to whoever else, the other websites and the other forums they were sending it to at the time. I think we were getting the best of the best. Period. End of story. I think we got the best because we were one of the only ones that were opening it on camera and opening it on YouTube. Everybody else was giving away the sealed box blind. And then the guy would get it. Who knows what he got? We were the only ones opening that stuff, posting on. So we were the only ones doing it the way they're doing it today. And this was 15 years ago. So, I mean, there's a reason why we sit around here like we're the OGs, pimps of the hobby. It's because we are.
We've gotten loaded
for
boxes
a long time. We've gotten loaded boxes before. We know it. And if you can't admit it now, like, come on.
This is such a mass-produced product. I mean, this is on the scale of. I mean, this is not on the scale, but it's right up there with Top Series 1 in terms of flawless. There's what 10,000 cases, 15,000 cases.
I get it. I mean, yeah, towards the end of flawless. Okay, if the LeBron logo man hasn't been pulled, there's only 800 cases in the world. I get it. Your odds go up. We're talking about Prism.
Football. It's out 8 days.
Tons of this crap. Oh, it's only 8 days old?
It's 8 days old.
God. Come on. This is rigged. The hobby's rigged. This is why we're on Golden buying Tiger Woods, 15-year-old Tiger, 10-year-old Tiger Woods, 20-year-old Tiger Woods balls. That's a lot. I don't know if I'd pay that. I'd rather have. There's a couple other things I'd rather have. I don't know about him. I don't know anything about him. I'd rather have that.
Did we get a comp on this?
I don't care. It's just $400 is not bad.
I think it's 6.
All right. Well, I mean, it's not.
That's a guess.
So
that's a why. That's just off the top of my head.
Unappreciated. That's a great card. A-Rod, whatever he saw. That's a fantastic card. That they don't make cards like this anymore. Fantastic player.
This is amazing.
Card. Bid on it again. Just hit it. Over at the oil. Hit it. They know us by name over at the oil. Let's just put it that way.
You at the oil?
Bro, it's $50 a hand at the MGM. What do you want me to do? We paid $50 a hand the first night. I came up like $1,000.
Oh yeah, I'd be going over the oil too. You could go downtown and get a little cheaper play too down there.
I mean, yeah, but that's all the way across town.
Yeah,
Literally, you can walk to the oil.
Yeah,
it's like you're a big baller if you're paying 20. I don't mind paying 20, 25, but it's like 50 to 100. It's like, damn, you need to sit down. I don't mind playing with that, but you need to sit down with like 5 racks. That Jeter's underpriced. That's overpriced. Whatever anybody pays for that, it's overpriced. That's a great card. Beautiful. That's a beautiful card. I got no opinion on Jordan Poole.
Watch.
I knew about Jordan Poole. Who told you about Jordan Poole first time?
Ooh.
Watch this.
Who told you about
There
Jordan
it is.
Poole?
Look at this comp on Golden. Actually, $4,500.
So 8, probably like half. Or 2 racks.
Like 1.
Who told you about Jordan Poole though first? Before he did anything.
Look at this. So on July 2022, this card sold for $4,500. Better patch, but
I'd rather go to the oil and dust it off.
This one's numbered to 49. This one's numbered to 75. So
you know where that
slightly. So we'll take the under on $4,500.
Yeah.
So I don't know what else to tell people. I think people are waiting for like a CSI or a Perry Mason or a fucking something, cameras in the court. You're not going to get it.
20 years.
Yeah, you're not going to get it. We got
15 years. All the way back though. Beckett would get like loaded cases of Exquisite back in the day. Like this.
That was one of the first times.
People don't understand. Like the loaded case to the influencer has been going on for as long as there's been influencers. So we're going on 20 years probably. This is not a conspiracy theory. It actually happened. We're talking like all the way back to like the Exquisite days of like Adrian Peterson. Beckett got a box and they popped the biggest, like one single box, and they popped the biggest card in the set. And Beckett at that time was the biggest outlet, was one of the only outlets at the time publishing sports card content. So you're telling me that's a coincidence? That's just a coincidence. They popped the biggest card. Stop. It's as old as time. And everybody that works at Panini worked at Beckett at that time. Like everybody that
Tracy Hackler opened the box. Tracy Hackler opened that rigged box.
These guys are so like, they're so old school in their ways. It's like, I mean, there's so many things I compare this to, but it's just an industry that has been doing things the same way time and time and time and time again. And it's like, oh, we got a new product. Let's send the best card to the biggest influencer and have them open it up on camera. That's going to get all the degenerates to want to buy it. But people are getting smarter.
I think people are going to be getting, when something like this, it's one thing with Flawless, but this is a mass-produced product. And they're not on Whatnot just ripping case after case after case after case of product anymore. It just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. They're trying to break their own repack.
People are going to watch this video where we talk about the card being pulled than actually saw it live. That's how stupid these card companies are. Like, they send these cards to people with like 40 people in their stream. On some freaking random Thursday night, we have like 500 people tuning into our show. We're not giving anything away. We're not selling anything. We don't have CJ Stroud 101s that you can pull or have a chance to pull. They send them to these nobodies in the hobby. Backyard Breaks is a nobody.
I don't get it, but why did they send us boxes 10 years ago? You know, because we had all it is that the perception.
Our website,
the perception
would get
that
so much traffic. We were actually somebody, and we could see how much sales we were driving the hobby. We were driving $1 million just to eBay.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell people.
Literally create their own competing product. They literally create their own competing product to unopened licensed products. And Panini still cups their fucking nutsack. Just shows you how stupid the people at these hobbies. This is why we've never kissed up to Tracy Hackler or fucking any other one of these no-name fucking chino wearing, Old Navy fucking slack wearing people at these companies.
New Balance.
They literally wear a $30 pair of pants. They wear a $19 watch. They drive like a $38,000 car. Because they're fucking morons. And this is why the hobby was in fucking neutral for like 10 years. And this is why Michael Rubin stepped in, because he looked at idiots like this and he said, damn, these are the guys running the hobby? These fucking clowns are running the hobby? And they're eating it up? Yeah, backyard's the biggest, guys. Backyard's so big.
Oh, so big, guys.
Fuck up. These guys are creating their own competing product to Prism. A Nebula, a Prism Crypto, whatever they call it. This is a competing product. And Panini still allows them to break their own product. It's stupid. And not only
if you're a brand,
break a loaded product.
If you're a brand, why would you want your a brand like Prism, a brand like Panini that's licensed by the NFL? Why would you want this product broken around kryptonite, nebulas, flamethrowers?
It's sick.
It's a joke.
It'd be like an NFL program, and then in a split window, they've got Pornhub going on. Why would that? The NFL would never do that. The NFL would never say, show the Chiefs-Bills game up here and then put the Mavericks. I mean, we're talking about the NBA. They would never, ever allow that.
Or
this
XFL.
Is like having, this is like having the NFL and the XFL in a split screen. That's what this is like.
It's almost laughable from a brand perspective.
It's terrible. It's sickening. It'd be like Rolex being like, oh yeah, you can be a Rolex AD and put a Casio next to the Daytona. If I walked into a Rolex AD and there was a Casio next to the Daytona, I might throw up. Or like Louis Vuitton being like, oh yeah, you can put a Michael Kors purse next to the Louis bag. Stop.
Or you
Or
could
like
sell a
Mercedes.
Louis bag at Ross.
Yeah. Or like Mercedes being like, oh yeah, you can put the latest Hyundai next to the A-Class. Stop.
It's gross.
It just shows you what they think about their car. And this is why I can't buy this crap. They just don't respect their own brand. The fact that you let it get sold to this dog crap. Sick of this.
This is the hobby, though. This is
hobby.
still where we're at.
You know, people 10x, baby, 10x.
People haven't figured out that these guys have hard pivoted their business. They donked off all their money, probably sports betting and doing other illegal stuff. Like those guys probably have leaks out the wazoo. You know, more leaks than the people out here on the Vegas Strip. And so they've had to hard pivot their business.
Sorry for dissing Casio. Side note, G-Shocks are pretty sick. You got a G-Shock.
Okay.
Mad respect. But my point is, there is absolutely fucking no way I want to walk into a Rolex dealer and next to the Sky Dweller is a Casio. I'm sorry. That needs to be in a showcase over here. And if Backyard wants to break their Nebulas and their cryptos, I'm not going to tell it. It's a free country.
Do that over here.
God bless America. Do that over here. But if you're going to break Prism, treat it with some damn respect. That's what people don't get. This is why the hobby doesn't 10x. Okay. It's like having a Mercedes. You don't walk onto a Mercedes dealership and there's a fucking G-Wagon and then right next to it is a 1989 Toyota. You would be like, what is going on here? Okay. It's obvious. Okay. Or you drive to the nicest area of drive into Beverly Hills, cruising up the mountain, up Mulholland Drive, fucking Bel Air, and it's mansion, and then it's Section 8 housing. You don't see that, okay? That's what we're seeing here. It's Prism is one of the top 3 brands in the hobby, okay? And it's being sold and partitioned against Section 8 housing. Or like a watch that you'd find at Walmart. Prism is like Rolex. Prism is like Mercedes. Prism is like Louis Vuitton. And it's being sold at Walmart. And I can't believe this hobby doesn't recognize that. Nowhere in consumer products, whether it's discretionary or even consumer staples like fucking toothpaste, is sold like this. But especially consumer discretionary. We're talking about a discretionary item. Nobody needs to buy Prism. I don't care who you are. When we're talking about consumer discretionary, that is Louis Vuitton bags, that is Rolexes, that is Teslas, that is anything. That is even Grey Goose vodka. You could buy the cheapest vodka. You don't walk in and see Grey Goose is on the top shelf, right? And Grey Goose might not even be top shelf. It's like middle shelf. Maybe it's top shelf, depending where you're shopping. But it's not on the bottom shelf next to Tito's. That's how they're positioning this hobby. It's disgusting. They're mixing bottom shelf liquor with Prism is top of. To compare Prism to Grey Goose is a disrespect to Prism. It really is. Prism is like Patek Philippe, Rolls Royce. And it's being sold next to fucking Kirkland Signature vodka. Why? Why? Why do they allow this to happen?
He allows it.
This is the hobby. Not only that, but then they give them the best card. Why? I don't get it.
Because they're the biggest. Because they're the biggest and the baddest.
They got 53 people in the room. Guys, if I went live with a sausage maker, I would get more than 53 people in the room. These guys are breaking $1,000 products. They can't get 53 people in the room. It's disgusting. It's a tragedy.
We're 10x that right now.
10x. We're fucking 10x the amount of people that Backyard has in the room, and they're supposedly the biggest. Guys, you're lucky I have things to do in my life. If I wanted to be the biggest breaker, I could be the biggest breaker tomorrow, it sounds like. Like if
you could just make your own product.
Make your
own shit.
If you want to be the biggest breaker in the hobby, it sounds like to me in 24 hours, you could get there. And Panini would probably fucking send you the best product to sell next to dog shit. It's absolutely a tragedy.
They don't come talking to us.
It's a tragedy. They don't respect the brand. They don't respect the cards. So how do you expect me, as somebody that does actually want to collect these cards, does want to buy these cards, want to find a reason to buy it? There's no reason to do it. No reason to do it. It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful, and I don't know. That makes me the man. Like, I don't care who pulls the CJ Stroud. I don't care. What makes me more mad is they take their product. Yes, this triggers the fuck out of me. Okay, because you look across all the brands in the world, no elite brand does this. Nobody does this. Nobody does this. You don't walk into a Starbucks and then on the counter there's Farmer John's coffee. Like you would think, you would be like, that's insane. Everybody agrees that would be insane. You walk into Mercedes dealership and there's a G-Wagon and there's a Toyota. Everybody understands how stupid that would be for Mercedes to do that. And here it is, Panini doing it. Okay? Doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense to me either.
All right. What else was
Derek Jeter.
Derek Jeter 305. What did we sell the one? We had like a PSA 10 one we sold for like, can't remember.
I don't think I sold anything. I don't think I sold anything.
We had the one, the 582. We had a 582.
Oh, right. When
we sold it.
Yours was a sticker. That was a sticker.
I know, it's worse.
Yeah, I know.
I'd rather have that.
I think I have one to 5 or 10 or something from Diamond Icons, but I can't remember.
Right. Jeter?
But Jeter.
Oh,
autograph. Yeah.
All right.
And I have a nice Alex Rodriguez autograph too that I only paid like $50-$60 for, but I got a couple things in the collection. We might add this to the collection, but we'll see. One other, somebody who does respect their brand at least a little bit, is this funny story where Nate, don't call him Nat Turner, absolutely crushed somebody's soul. And sometimes we get these type of emails. Here's this guy, NorCal Collects. I mean, he's probably not that far from where we are. He says, I'm in such disbelief. I pulled this card myself years ago. Haven't we all heard that story? This card is 1,000, not 100% real, 1,000% real. The fact that the almighty PSA couldn't even authenticate this huge of a card baffles me. SGC, here I come. And then he was all up in the comments saying how, oh yeah, he got screwed and he pulled it and all this stuff. And then Nat Turner was like, oh, did you mean by pack pulled that you bought it on Etsy? And then they showed the actual card that the guy bought on Etsy. And then here's M&T Trading chiming in being like, his card was numbered 12 of 100. Well, here's the real 12 of 100. It sold for $72,000 a couple years ago. Jeez. So this guy, and I've heard this story. This is why you got to be careful when you're a quote unquote hobby watchdog or whatever, because you'll get these type of emails being like, oh, this card was real. I pulled it and da-da-da-da. And then it's like, no, you didn't fucking pull it. The card was clearly fake. Nat Turner dunked on him, and then the guy actually deleted his account. He actually had a verified account, and then he's paying $8 a month to verify his account, and then he deleted it because he got dunked on so hard by Nat Turner and the rest of the internet, kind of discovering that
murder.
Yeah, there was
murder on
there was
Twitter
a murder
by Nat Turner. I'd like to report on this 911. I'd like to report a murder. Really? Yeah. NorCal Collects has been murdered by Nat Turner. It was by lethal force, but it was self-defense. Thank you. Click.
So I kind of like that because oftentimes, you might send a card, maybe, but get this card and you have no idea if it's real or fake. And you send it in and it comes back, not authentic or trimmed or whatever. And you're not really sure what the reason is. So I actually appreciate kind of the grader's notes. Be like, no, you didn't pull it. You bought it on Etsy. And here's the real one, actually sold a couple years ago. Here it is right here, buddy. So yeah. Oh yeah. Nat Turner actually pulled up other photographs, how the text was off, the serial number was off. There was a whole bunch of things off with that card. So, you could buy the fake ones on Etsy for, a couple bucks, but the real ones are going to cost you a little bit more than that on. So I thought that was funny. And oftentimes it's, it's the other way around. It's PSA getting dunked on. It's these companies getting dunked on one way or the other. We do a pretty good job at that. But I thought, the CEO of the company, kind of in his own way, dunking on this guy. I thought that was pretty funny. Those were all the hot topics I had on the agenda.
Okay,
let's go to questions. You're in Vegas, so you might want to be hitting the nightlife and the night times.
Yeah, I'm done working too. Jeff, getting advice from Card Collector 2 on running a shop that is several times bigger than CT2's Wilson shop of a quick death. That's from Alonzo Morning Collector. You got to be careful who you get advice from. Apparently, Card Collector 2's got a little bankroll behind him. Apparently, Jeff Wilson does too. But they're still cracking down on that PPP loan fraud. I saw another guy, there was like a YouTube celebrity that got 3 years. 3 years today. I think he only did like 800,000 too. Like they whacking these guys. So,
damn.
Jeff's he was, his skin, it looked like he had a little bit of we'll just say a tan, if you will. So,
okay.
Jeff Wilson's lucky he don't got a tan. We'll just put it that way. What do you guys think about the Culture Collision card show? I think it's in Atlanta? Enemy
that's where he's I think he's opening the shop at the same time. I think it's that show.
Enemy territory. Santiago's been known to show up at the Card Collision. But if you want to go, by all means, show up, pull up, and have a good time. I'm sure it's a good time. There it is, Saturday the 27th. January 26th.
There it is.
Looks like a good time to me. Not something I would travel all the way to Georgia for. I'd go there for the Masters, but I wouldn't go there for a Culture Collision. But if you're already out there, I mean, if you got, those are ads. I thought those were girls at the card show.
That'd be a good idea.
Damn, those are good ads. Those are clickable.
I know. I like my targeted ads.
Damn, those are nice.
Those are getting clicks.
I thought that was
that I did too. And I'm 20 years deep into making content. Those are great ads. Culture Collision show, by all means. You want to go, hit it up. Let us know how it goes. What's your opinion on blowout forums? Blowout forums, and this is from Card Discovery. First one is from E-Unit asking about Culture Collision. Card Discovery wants to know blowout forums. Spoiler alert, a lot of the content that we get, oh my God, sports card radio is so negative. Sports card radio is like TMZ. Sports card radio is trying to be journalist. No, it's actually the copy and paste button from the blowout forums. That's where we get a lot of the content ideas from the show. And if you want to communicate with your fellow collectors, I don't, in terms of old school forum, this is probably the last of that breed. So if you're going to sign up for one, probably the one to sign up for.
I think there's more useful information on social media these days. Honestly, I haven't been to this forum in a long time. So I think our stories that we used to get, that's more 4 or 5 years ago. I can't remember the last time I got a story off of blowout cards, honestly. So I would just go on social media now. I mean, the Santiago, are they talking about Santiago Sports on here? No. You know what I mean? Like it's different type of stuff that gets put on here nowadays. More collector centric, I think, than anything else.
Sometimes you see stuff on there. Yeah, if you're into like getting into the weeds on cards, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Mr. B Green 88. I don't get the hate for in-person audios. in-person autos, I'm like, if I'm the one in person though, okay, I believe any autograph that you don't see the dude sign yourself, I would just consider the autograph fake. I would consider that Eddie Matthews autograph fake.
Fake.
I would consider the Derek Jeter autograph fake. A-Rod autograph, that's fake. I didn't see him sign it. It's fake. Well, he didn't sign that.
He didn't sign that.
I didn't see. That's fake. Fake. That's fake. That's just me. Doesn't mean I ain't gonna buy it. Doesn't mean I wouldn't buy it. But I would just assume it's fake. I have one autograph in my safe. I was standing right there when Tiger Woods in 1999 signed it. I know for damn sure that's real. I don't need to. And some people are like, "Oh, you should send it to PSA." I don't need to send it to PSA. I was standing right there when he signed it. I agree. I don't get the hate for in-person autographs, but if you're the one seeing it, if you see the guy sign it, it's real. If you don't see him sign it, it's fake.
Luca's mom signed it.
Luca's mom. Hopefully I see Luca's mom's later. Never mind. Shouldn't get into that. Desperate Dustin sports card poser dad posted. Who's this? Dustin, the sports card poser. Oh, this is our boy Dustin. Posted another pathetic video about his.
Yeah, these guys are ripping on him.
Roasting my boy Dustin. I don't got a problem with. I'll be honest with you. I don't got a problem with Dustin. Do I watch every single one of his videos? No. But part of that is just because I'm so busy. I'm doing other stuff. I got to watch a lot of other crap.
Hey, here's the real addiction right here. Here, somebody needs to be making videos on this addiction.
Go back to Sarah. Go back to Sarah. There's the real addiction, guys.
What? Yeah, why don't you just dust 55 off of her?
There's a real addiction right there.
You would have got some returns off of that.
Well, you would have got something. Yeah, either gambling or women, to say it politely. That's I think Sports Card Dad is I think, first of all, I think he's being honest. I didn't see the video. First of all, I didn't see the video. Second of all, if you have a hit video, I think his first addiction video did pretty well. If you have a hit video, what do? It's like a songwriter or something, or a movie maker or whatever. You make a sequel. And I think that's what he did. Is he desperate for that? Maybe. But I got to give him props for his consistency. He's constantly uploading. We'll give him credit for that for sure.
That's hard to do. You upload videos every day. I mean, that's
every day. He's got a family too, I think. I don't think he's on his own. Roth Cards is an idiot too. I dislike those guys. Glad Fornos didn't hang out with Ross anymore. I know I've heard of Roth Card. I don't know who he is.
This dude right here.
Okay, he looks like a scrub. He's got a Fila bag.
Come on. Wait.
Look. Oh my god.
Yeah. They're like, he's like a very big wee sucker.
So yeah, he's on each net sack with a Fila bag. Come on, bro.
Ronos is a kid that used to roll around with them, like Sports Card Taxi, I think is his YouTube.
I met this dude. I've met this guy.
Skipped out on Roth because they used to be like best friends basically. But
really?
Now he's like he split from Raw.
He boned out.
I met this dude.
They broke up.
Damn, that's sad.
Let's have him on and talk about the breakup.
I'm down.
All right.
I'm always down for the drama.
Is that his real hair color right there? Because that is.
I met him at the Vegas show. He was there. I said what's up to him because I like some of his videos.
Yeah, I like him, but I think Roth Cards is bad for
a little much.
Bad overall.
All right. We don't like Roth. We like what's the other guy? Kenneth
Fornos.
Oh, Kenneth Fornos.
So go to hell, Roth Card. Kenneth, come on anytime. Brian Bayless, Santiago thinks that he's Tony Soprano. He's not even Tony Danza. Bro didn't Somebody tried to pull up and he backed away. That's all you need to know about this homie. You could send Sarah over there and she'd knock this fool down.
Ooh, Tony Danza.
Sarah's ripped too. Like
when I saw that, I was cracking up so bad.
He Tony Danza. Yeah, he's weak.
Shit.
Dan the Cardman says slab sucks are a bunch of pumping scammers. The fact that they still get platformed after the shit they pulled tells you all they need to know about the hobby. Slab stocks.
Slab stocks.
Combination.
What are they?
Come on. My stocks are still doing good. I don't know about my slabs though.
For chat that doesn't know who Tony Danza is, he was a star of a show that was like
that was huge.
About it, like just
Shout out to
a dad that acted like a mom, basically.
Yeah. Man purse. Weak. These guys think they've accomplished something in the hobby, but they haven't. Can we get a Backyard Sarah update? I follow her on Instagram. That's all I'll say. Get her on the IG and you will get consistent updates from Sarah. Occasionally, you definitely want to.
I do believe that she is breaking cards with Nikki Rips with Steve Aoki, I believe. Yeah, I believe that happens.
Cake breaks or birthday cake rapes or whatever it is. Rapes.
Something.
Birthday cake breaks. Yeah, I see her on there breaking cards all the time. So we love Sarah. We think she's great. Need Sports Card Radio Man versus as handouts at the National this year. Where is the National this year? What shit?
The mistake on the lake. The mistake on the lake.
That's too bad. Southern. So it was J Max IU, and then we had Johnny V, and then now we have Southern Soccer Idiot. It's 5:13 a.m. in Istanbul, Turkey.
Oh,
guys, we are worldwide over here. You think Backyard Breaks with their 53 viewers are getting viewers worldwide in Istanbul, Turkey? He's got severe jet lag. This stream is a godsend to help me pass the time. Southern Soccer Idiot, or really, I would call this guy the Southern Soccer Genius. Tuning in to Sports Card Radio. And thank you for tuning in. Mr. You could call us worldwide. Sports Card Radio is worldwide. Why don't we not get unloaded breakers? We got 10 times more viewers than Backyard Breaks, and we're freaking worldwide. Helping people pass that jet lag. I know what that's global. Like. I'll be on the plane tomorrow. First class flight for only an hour. I think I can manage. Congratulations to Christina. This is from Buzzy. Congratulations to Christina from Card Ladder for winning the Hobbies 2023 Yoko Ono Award. What's going on here? I don't know what this is. I don't even know what he's talking about.
Yoko Ono was
she broke up the Beatles.
She must have broke somebody up.
Who did she break up?
I don't know who she broke up.
Who did she break up?
She has on Homie's show.
Yeah, it was the Beatles, I thought.
Yeah, she broke up the Beatles because she got with
the glasses.
John Lennon.
I like the glasses. I'm feeling the glasses.
Well, she's either married or with the bald guy.
Okay. So
they're together.
Her taste in men is terrible.
Well, and she was also just clueless. She would just chime in on, well, Yoko Ono would just do the most ridiculous thing while they were trying to sing.
CFO. How are you the chief operation officer and the chief financial officer? Yeah, anytime people give themselves a C title, I'm not a fan. Really, I'm not a fan.
I'm kind of a fan of this website.
I'm the CEO. I mean, I'm a fan of. Okay, the website's fine.
The website's good.
It's a fucking website. You don't need a COO for a website unless you're Google. You know what I mean? Like you're fucking Google, you have a CEO. Your Card Ladder, I can get like 3 Filipino workers. Newsflash for you guys out there. I actually have one of the largest and most trafficked price guide sites in the world. And what do? You go to Google Chrome and you search website scraper and you go to, I won't tell you where to go, but you go to a website that has a bunch of cards priced and you say Brett Favre, enter, and it boop, now you got all the Brett Favre cards priced. You know, like this shit isn't hard. Like you literally can do this shit overnight. Okay, you can literally get a Google Chrome scraper to do this overnight. Okay, it's not hard. Okay. You don't need a CEO and a CMO, but yeah, like I don't know how she's the Yoko Ono. Maybe she broke the bald guy. Wasn't there some other scrub that they would come on? And wasn't there two of these little fucking idiots that ran Card Ladder?
But
So
I don't
she
think they've
broke 'em
broken up.
I don't know.
I don't know if
Okay.
they've broken up.
Well, Miss Christina Thorson, COO and CFO. Excuse the fuck me.
Okay, we're get her on the show. We'll get Kenneth
you can come
Fornoth on the
You
show.
can come on the show anytime.
I'm gonna take notes. Kenneth Fornoth.
Oh, we should get Fornos actually though.
Christina Thorson. I have her phone number, I
Thorson.
think.
Oh wow.
Let's
Brother
go.
Sarah Ridd.
I said that wrong. I spoke to her about business. About something we said on Sports Grid Radio, I'm sure.
Yeah. Apparently, she's the chief press release officer or customer relations officer as well. Secret Card says this dude wasn't even going to double his money in that bet. 55 to win 30. I know. 55 to win 30 in April.
In April.
You got to wait 10 months to not even double your money.
Just
MGM
bet the games.
wants you back, bro. They probably offering him comp suites as we speak. It's like, bro,
Just
come
bet,
back, make that.
Just bet each game. Put a nickel on each
even
game.
if MGM loses this bet, they made money over that time. They took his 55 and they flipped it into fucking 200,000 over that time frame. Come on.
Sucker bet.
Watching people open repacks is like watching family open Christmas presents. Boring. I agree. I didn't get shit for Christmas. Like literally, I don't even get shit for Christmas, but it's all good.
What do you want to?
I buy my
You
shit.
wanna
I buy myself shit all the
Levinyama?
time. Nah, I'm good.
You want a Derek Jeter?
Not really.
No.
Someone will snitch for money eventually. Netflix documentary coming soon. Netflix can call us anytime.
Absolutely.
You want to hit documentary? Call us. Ken Golden, I think you're on Netflix. Call us. Get us on your show. Be the highest rated show you have of the season. If Alex is on with us. Secret Cards. Don't be dissing Casio. That's right. The G-Shock. Guys, if you want an affordable watch, a G-Shock, no problem. Okay. There's some other watch. Like, I don't want to make it seem like I'm some watch snob. Okay. But at the end of the day, you don't walk into a Patek boutique and see a Casio. You don't walk into a Rolex boutique and see a fucking Casio. You don't roll into Audemars Piguet boutique and see a Casio. Okay. But you roll into wherever, Macy's, you're going to see a Casio. You ain't going to see a Rolex, but you're going to see a Casio. Nothing wrong with the Casio. I don't have a Casio, but I have a Casio keytar, though. That's right, baby. They make a lot of good products. BP with the Mary Kill. I don't know who that is. Backyard Sarah. Livy Dunn.
It's fuck Mary
And
Kill.
Miss Wilson. Stop. Livy Dunn is a piece of. Come on. Livy Dunn and Miss Will. I gotta admit, Jeff Wilson's wife is a smoking show. Come on, Livy Dunn. Come on, Livy Dunn. Look at this. Shit. Come on. You telling me if you ain't in college, you ain't trying to at least get her phone number? Tim saying 10x streams was low key though. Really? Who's Tim saying 10x stream was low key?
Low key tough.
Low key tough? Oh, low key tough. I can't read. I'm not sure what this was referenced to, but guys, if I wanted to be the biggest breaker tomorrow, I would. I'd have Livy Dunn. I'd sponsor fucking Livy Dunn, and we'd have 1 million people watching our breaks. I'd toss this girl 100K, and instead of putting the 55K in the MGM, you could give this girl 50. You could give this girl 55K. She show up on your stream once or twice, and you be fine.
You'd be doing okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't have her on the stream for 55K. Just letting you guys know. Turn into a shady crook. and they will sponsor SU. We'll turn into Shady Crooks. You guys,
Let's
if
do it.
Panini, Upper Deck, Fanatics, whoever making cards these days, you want to send us loaded boxes. We got 500 people in the chat. We'll send them all the cards. Send us all the loaded crap you want. We'll actually
I'll do the
get it
break.
out to the people. That's right. We'll do the break live.
I'll do the breaks. I'll recruit volleyball
Send it out.
chicks
There we
That's
go.
right. They'll be done.
and surfer chicks.
The reason you're not the biggest
I'm
breaker
talking-
is because your IQ is above Turtles. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I do think my IQ is higher than the average sports card person. Thank you. And I'm proud to say that. Certainly higher than his. That guy looks like a fucking pedophile.
Hold up. This Hoonigan guy said he worked for Santiago Sports a little while back, and the shady shit I saw was unreal.
Oh, we got to get him on the show at some point. We got to bring him
Come
on.
on, baby.
Email
Come
us.
on.
Slide into the DMs. Yep.
Sports card show. Let's post the email. Let me type that out real quick.
Sportscardshow@gmail.com.
All
Slide
the
into our-
rumors, all the innuendo. We love to hear it. People calling us TMZ. I think Elon Musk even posted it the other day. TMZ vets their stories more than like the Wall Street Journal does.
Yeah,
Like
they
comparing
do.
Sports Card Radio to TMZ is a
Is a
fucking
compliment.
compliment.
Yeah.
Like anybody is like, oh, you're the TMZ of sports cards. I'm like, you really think that? Thank you. Oh my God. That's like saying I'm beautiful. It's like saying I'm like the Brad Pitt of sports card streaming. You know what I mean? Like I actually appreciate that.
Well,
Like,
look. I even went over to this website. It says got a tip, and so I was like, oh, I think I could recreate that on our own website.
Like
Nice.
people don't even realize TMZ is one of the most profitable websites in the world. This website actually makes money. You go look at BuzzFeed. What happened to BuzzFeed? I think you
Damn.
had BuzzFeed stock, right, Ryan? Bankrupt, right?
I tripled on that.
Oh,
But
you
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
But penny stock, bankrupt.
penny
okay?
stock.
Couple other Vox Media, I think, went bankrupt. A lot of these other ones went bankrupt. TMC's fucking raking in the dough.
This
You know what I
website
mean?
is so dope. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it's
I want to
dope.
get the header. I tried to make the header like this, but this is like a stock menu. I want to do like custom HTML and do like the menu, literally copy this right here.
Right.
Copy this
Yeah.
right here.
So it looks
Sports Card
exactly
Radio,
like that.
ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Oh, shit makes
Make
me
it
fucking-
custom
this website's
CSS.
so
You should
sick.
be able to change up.
Oh yeah.
It's
yeah,
a
yeah.
great website. Great fucking web. Do I read it every day? No, absolutely not.
No,
But it's a great website. Great website.
tremendous.
Well, folks, 7:00 out here on the West Coast, 10:00 for those of you on the East Coast. It is 7:08 p.m. here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I've got the freaking parking lot view at the MGM. They did not hook me up.
Oh,
Let's
they
be
hooked
real
your
about
ass
that.
up.
Yeah, fucking pieces of shit here at the MGM. That's why I've been going across the street to the Oyo.
Oh,
They
I won't tell you.
we were-
I
go
won't
ahead.
tell you what they were. So so that used to be Hooters. People
Yeah.
who know Vegas, that used to be Hooters, and then somebody came in and offered like an obscene amount of money, like 800 million or something, to turn it into an all gay casino.
Oh,
But that deal fell through, and then Oyo came in and bought it.
oh, shit. I still
That's
might
why
go
when you
over
said
there.
Oyo, I was like, there you go. Oh, look, my Webinyama. It hit the 6K
Okay.
mark
Oh, 6K with the premium.
with the premium. Yeah, I was including the premium. I'm not paying above.
Right.
I'm not.
Nah,
What would that?
it's-
Now it'd be 67. I'm not paying 67.
I think it's worth it. You get hurt. It's a 3K card.
I was thinking
Folks,
5.
10:09 East Coast time, 7:09 here out in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. It's gonna start popping tonight. Planes are flying in. The workers are showing up in the lobby.
The
And
work.
we gonna Sarah, where are you, baby? I think she lives out here, so maybe we go try to find Sarah. Thank you all for tuning in. 500 strong. We'll be back some other time, some other place. But for now, I'm just going to close this. But for now, we're out of here.
Peace.
B-side on the beat.
What's going on with that PPP? You done a lot of talking, not a lot to see. Up in the millions like 2.3, but Jeff got it all, getting off scot-free. Try to talk tips like we talking about stock, but you're talking about men printed on called stock. When you open your mouth, I take it with a grain of salt, cause the market's down and you're a clown, it's all your fault. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. Did you dip, Jeff? I think you dipped, Jeff. What you talking about? I don't think you dipped yet. Willie's doing shady shit like the GOBs, like his whole failed thing with them NFTs, taking money from the people to pay. Most of them are broke, but that's okay, he's getting money. Even better, tax-free, loving all the stimulus from PPP. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit.
B-side on the beat.
What's going on with that PPP? You done a lot of talking, not a lot to see. Up in the millions like 2.3, but Jeff got it all, getting off scot-free. Try to talk tips like we talking about stock, but you're talking about men printed on called stock. When you open your mouth, I take it with a grain of salt, cause the market's down and you're a clown, it's all your fault. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. Did you dip, Jeff? I think you dipped, Jeff. What you talking about? I don't think you dipped yet. Willie's doing shady shit like the GOBs, like his whole failed thing with them NFTs, taking money from the people to pay. Most of them are broke, but that's okay, he's getting money. Even better, tax-free, loving all the stimulus from PPP. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit.